Hello, fellow sim racers. This is SimRacer, and with the Season 4 build in iRacing, we saw some improvement to the AI. I'll get to that in a little bit. But what struck me was that a fellow iRacing member had posted that they did an AI race with the Dallara F3 on an oval track and really enjoyed the racing. So I thought I would go ahead and fire up the AI, climbed into the Dallara F3 and went AI racing at Atlanta. And I have to agree with the original poster that his comment was that it was a great deal of fun, and indeed it is. Now, if you can get your AI adjusted to your level, it is not only fun, but it is very intense racing. Wheel to wheel, nose to tail, and boy, you know, that is fun. And that's the whole idea of AI, is to provide for you, the iRacing member, competitive, thrilling racing at your own level. You know, it's not fun to enter a race in which you just simply are not competitive. And that's often the case with many of the official races in official series. So with the AI, however, the iRacing is beginning to get the AI level that you can select. They're starting to really hone in on that and to nail that down. Now, prior to Season 4, if you were going to go oval racing, you basically needed to use the NASCAR Cup car in order for the strength of the AI field to be adjustable. If you went with any other car on an oval track, the AI strength was maxed out, and if you're like me, a slow dog on the track, you stood no chance at being competitive and having a good time in the race. So that particular issue was submitted to AI, and it was very, very pleasing to discover that that iRacing staff addressed that issue with the Season 4 build. Now, I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it is miles from where it was. You now can get into any of the available AI cars, put that car into an oval race, and adjust your AI strength, and by golly, you're going to see the AI cars behaving in relationship to that strength. So again, if you're like me, your setting is going to be a lot lower than somebody that is very skilled at sim racing and who might run the AI at 100%. So kudos to kudos to iRacing for hearing the iRacing members and making that adjustment. Since they've made that adjustment, I also agree that getting into the Dallara F3 and taking that car oval racing is really a tremendous amount of fun and a great deal of enjoyment. And it's also, as I said, when you get that AI strength adjusted to your level, it is very, very intense racing. And in this particular race here that I did at Atlanta, I specifically focused on and concentrated not to crash, while at the same time still attempting to be as competitive as possible. And the reward in this race was very, very high for myself at the end of the race, because one, I did not crash, and two, I was able to advance up to about position, I think it was 15 or 13, where I finished the race. It was a 15 lap race, and it was 15 laps of terror, intensity, but just great, great fun. So if you haven't tried it out, I highly recommend that you check out oval racing in cars other than the NASCAR Cup car. Of course, the NASCAR Cup car is made for oval racing, and you can get some great AI races with that car. However, now you can also get some great oval racing in the AI module in other cars, which is really, really nice. Hey, this is SimRacer. As always, may your sim racing pursuits be enjoyable. And we'll see you next time. And if you want to finish watching out the race, feel free to do so. That'd be great if you want to. If you want to subscribe and help support my efforts to build this channel, that'd be great too. So anyway, there we go, and enjoy the final laps of this race, as it was really a great deal of fun. Hey, okay, this is SimRacer. See you next time.